his 84 years, Thomas Edison acquired a record number of 1,093 patents. Known as the Wizard of Menlo Park, he had become one of the most famous men in the world.
Thomas Alva Edison was born on the 11th of February 1847 in Milan, Ohio. He was the last child of Samuel and Nancy Edison. His father was an exiled political activist from Canada, while his mother was a school teacher. In 1854, the family moved to Port Huron, Michigan, where Edison attended public school for 12 weeks. He was a hyperactive child, and he was deemed difficult by his teacher. His mother quickly pulled him from school and taught him at home.
At age 12, Edison sold newspapers to passengers along the Grand Trunk Railroad line. He used his access to the railroad to conduct his experiments in a small laboratory in a train baggage car. In 1866, he moved to Louisville in Kentucky. But in 1868, he returned home because his mother was ill and his father was out of work. Then he went to Boston, landing a job for the Western Union Company.
In 1869, Edison moved to New York City and developed his first invention, an improved stock ticker, the Universal Stock Printer. In 1870, he set up his first lab and employed several machinists. With his financial success, in 1871, married Mary Stilwell. During this marriage, they had 3 children. In 1876, he moved his expanded operating to Menlo Park and built a factory.
In 1880, Edison founded the Edison Illuminated Company, which later became the General Electric Corporation. In 1884, his wife Mary died, and in 1888, Edison married Mila Miller. Also, he perfected the phonograph, and he developed the motion picture camera and the alkaline storage battery.
He eventually had a war with Tesla to decide if it was better DC or AC current. In 1896, he became the first to project a motion picture, that it was the first project of modern films. During the First World War, he worked on submarine detector and gun location technique, but he said that he would work only on defensive weapons.
Thomas Alva Edison died of complications of diabetes in 1931. When he died, many communities and corporations turned off their electrical power to commemorate his passing.
With the development of transformers in 1885, it became possible to transmit AC very long distances over chipper wires and step down the voltage at the destination. So Edison DC empire began suffering because it was suitable only for high density of customers found in large cities. On top of all, there was the simple fact that Edison Electric had based their entire design on low voltage DC, and switching a standard after they had installed over 100 system was in Edison's mind out of the question. So Edison took an advantage from the public perception that AC was dangerous and developed the electric chair that was used to, in attempt to portray AC was a greater electric effect than DC. By the early 1890s, Edison company generating much smaller profits than AC rivals, and the war of current came to an end in 1892 with Edison being forced out of controlling of his own company. Following are just a few of Thomas Edison's inventions. The first one is the phonograph, which is a device that would record the spoken voice and play it back. When speaking into the receiver, the sound vibration of the voice would cause a needle to create indentation on a drum wrapped with tin foil. The first recorded message was of Thomas Edison's invention. Thomas Edison speaking, "Mary had a little lamb," which surprised a lot Thomas Edison and his staff when they heard it for the first time. Another invention is the light bulb, but he didn't invent it at all, because it had already existed. But at the time of Edison, the electric light was unreliable and very expensive. But he, by creating a vacuum inside the bulb, finding the right filament to use and running a lower voltage through the bulb, was able to achieve a bulb that lasted for many hours. Another invention is the motion picture. The first Edison device resembled his phonograph, but these motion pictures were rather crude and hard to focus. So he developed the strip kinetograph, in which the film was moved by sprockets. The last invention we would talk about is the electrographic vote recorder, which is a device that was made with the goal of helping legislators in the US Congress to record their votations. This joke is it was made with ironic for the woman, and this is the signature of Thomas Edison. This is a quote of Thomas Edison in which he means his point of view to his research. And that's it.